What's up? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about a very specific feeling slash emotion. I'm going to actually give it a new name or a new type of sensation that happens to you. The reason I want to talk to you about it today, instead of just going about in depth about emotions and feelings and how they're triggered, or not triggered, but how they're set off, how they're set up in our system, aka our body. As one of my friends said very well, our body is technology. And so the question is, how do we use this technology of our emotions, feelings? And today I'm going to share with you what I'm looking here at my notes, just so you know, this is just fresh right off the boat. As you see right there, taking notes, like really getting into it. And this is a time lapse of me. Here you go, actually preparing, diving into self, into this technology and understanding it better, and taking some, as you can see, we're going to go through all these, some serious notes right here, okay? Bam, you see that, guys? And it's focusing on my face. But there you go, there it is. Bam, on my face again. So, oh yeah, it's going to be in-depth today. We're going to go between writing. The thing that happens is this. Imagine this, not imagine. Emotions, again. What are emotions? The purpose of emotions is to get us to act. It's like, imagine walking to either a house and there's stairs going up, or there's an elevator. Once you got in it, you got to do something. You got to go to some level. Emotions play that role in us. They get us to do something. Once you get to the floor you're going to, well, guess what? Now you're at the level of feelings. You can do whatever. It's whatever. It's free for all. You're not getting somewhere. So that's the purpose of emotions, just to reiterate, is to get us to act now. Okay? Perfect. So emotions, they make us act. Feelings, we're going to go into this right now, jump into this. Feelings, right now I have a situation where I'm just like, what should I do? And I have, how should I act? How should I respond? How should I go about doing X, Y, Z? What's the next thing I should do? And so what's interesting is that it's neither an emotion that's making me do something right now, nor is it a feeling that's a predefined situation, because this is a very unique experience right now. And although I am creating a feeling, aka definition, what I'm going to do next time should this happen, right now there is a third pathway. What I'm currently going through experiencing is what I call the question dump. Now, I started this video by saying, are you feeling this? Are you experiencing this thing where there's like this energy of, some might call it anxiety, as I have here, feels like anxiety, confusion, wondering what is going on, questioning. So you're in this state, so you're processing a lot through here, but it's doing, it's creating a very specific sensation. It's in your heart, at least for me, and it's just like revolving around there. It's not making you want to do something. So again, there is emotions, okay? There's emotions on top here. And then there is the feelings, and the feelings branches out to, well, you can experience an emotion in and of itself, one of the base 8 emotions, as a pure emotion, like anger or joy, not joy, what are they? Play, care, seeking, any one of those 8 things can be up here. Then there is a feeling can be set off. Now the feeling can either create an emotion, so it can work backwards from here to here, and then your body has to do something, you know you got to do something. Or the feeling can branch off into another thing, what I call the question dump. Okay, that's the best word I can come up with. Last night's video, I couldn't come up with a phrase. So, inside, the way it feels is like this circular energy just going around your heart, and you're just like, ooh, it could, and so as I wrote here, it's a circular energy. It's a circular energy flow, and there's no resolution. You cannot find a resolution. And so the more questions you ask, the more intense it becomes. And now you're in the state of just not knowing. And it can feel like anxiety. It can feel like confusion, like I said, wondering what's all this? What's going to happen? What am I going to do? What should I do? And so where does this typically get set off? What base emotion gets ticked off that you want to, let's say, call the positive ones of play, care, seeking, lust. Okay, those are like the ones that we think are the nicer ones that we like to feel more of. So when you get a question dump coming into you from all sides and just like pressing in, and just like there's this energy starting to go in there, before, if you're talking to a person or a group of people, and all of these questions are coming up, what you were trying to fill, or what the initial emotion, that circuit in you that needs to get filled, is seeking. So you're seeking to achieve something or get clarity on something in your seeking circuit, your care circuit. These two circuits have the urge to get filled, but all of a sudden all these questions come in, and that circuit gets shortcutted. What's the word? Yeah, the circuit in you gets short-circuited, just like electricity, and it just flips off. And when that flips off, just like in a room where the light just turns off, guess what? The exit sign just comes on. And so that exit sign is all of a sudden, from wanting to fill the circuit of care and seeking, it switches gears because all this is coming in, and that energy is spitting inside of you. It changes into fear, rage, sadness, disgust with that person or people or situation. And now you're just feeling in the state, you as a human being now, between these two zones right here, you as a whole feel confusion, you feel stalled, you don't know what's next, what's going on. What does this mean? This means I was taking notes here, what this means is that we need to ask the question. Okay? The question. Because all this confusion, everything is stemming, we're getting all this emotion, that circuit, that anger, fear, rage, disgust can be triggered. We got to do something about it. Because initially we wanted care and seeking to be filled. That circuit gets short-circuited. Now it's anger, fear, disgust, and sadness coming in all at once, or either one of those or all at once. And the way you rewire, or you say, okay, you short-circuit those and get back to seeking and care, is you got to care about yourself. You got to care about your heart enough and want, it's like you got to sit on that nail hard enough or long enough to say, that's it, I got to change. And so really the ball is in our court. It has nothing to do with the other person. Yes, they were the ones that set it off or whatnot, or that group of people or the individual or anyone or anything. It could be your pet. So what this means is now you got these circuits coming together of what we consider typically as humans negative. They are just what they are. They're there to help us act, to do something. And so the action that has to be taken next, aka for me now, is you need to ask the question. You need to go get clarity, okay? Even if the other person doesn't want to get you clarity, you got clarity that they don't want to give it to you. And that's it. Good. They, them, groups of people, pets, whatnot, okay? You got to ask the question, because you, me, as a human being, the only way we know who we are and how we exist is in relation to something else. I know this is soft because that's hard, okay? This is soft because that thing right there is hard. We only know in comparison, so we need to know where we stand in relation to this thing that brought in a lot of questions and just question. It's about gaining the courage to go and do that. Now, what's standing in our way of actually going asking that question? You could be nervous, you could be confused, you don't know how to ask. You might be worried about how they're going to respond. They might react. They might not give you what you want, and that's the thing. When we ask the question, whatever that question for you is, like for me, it's, hey, here's what I stand, where do you stand? That's the kind of question I need to ask. At work, I have the most incredible two bosses you could ever have. I don't even want to call them bosses because they're just such awesome leaders, because they've experienced what they don't want others to experience, and now are making my life as a worker, they're just, oh, like, I love going to work. I never thought I would love going at a government job. It's just incredible people. Because they do not leave me in confusion, and when there is, bam, there's like, they make me feel free enough to just ask questions, and when something comes up and they just bring it up, and so through their actions they are quickly making sure they do not leave room for confusion, for nervousness of, oh, what should I ask, can I ask, or to be worried. So to reiterate, emotions get us to act. Then there's feelings, and they branch out. When you experience an emotion, you have to act. But when you experience a feeling, it can branch off either into an emotion and then you have to act, or it branches into the question dump. Question overload or question dump overload is just a big old nasty dump of them, and then it can trigger this lots of questions. That's how it feels. It's just like it's just coming in, and I show you a picture that I drew, and just it comes in from here. You have all these questions, and just like pressure, it's like the fission or fusion. You create all this pressure, and all of a sudden you get more energy than you put in, and that's what's happening inside you. And your heart just like, it feels like anxiety, confusion. You're wondering. Then all of a sudden you're going from trying to feel your seeking circuit and care circuit. It's short. The fuse is tripped. It's short circuited. Also now you have to do fear, sadness, anger. That circuit all of a sudden needs to get filled. So you feel confusion, stalled, not knowing what's next. Again, all it means is you have to build up the courage to ask whatever that question is, to gain clarity so that you know where you stand in relation to X, Y, or Z, so that you can go on with your life. Now you know. Okay? You will be nervous. It will be a nerve-wracking situation maybe for you, maybe not. Maybe you'll have the courage and be like, in boldness, I'm like, yeah, why not? Let me go do it. Some people are like, I don't know what to do. You might be confused, you might be worried. That is natural. That is okay. Don't confuse being nervous and confused and worried with it being a dangerous situation. Well, if it is then you got to get the law involved. That's today's thing. And so for me, what's interesting today that I realized is, when feelings are triggered, aka old thoughts. So I have this situation and it reminded me of old experiences, similar experiences, and then I wanted to react like that and go into the emotional state of it all. But then I said, wait, no. I can't do it. It's not about doing something now. It's about creating a structure for how I will deal with this kind of situation preemptively before it even happens. And that's the beautiful thing of it, guys. The question. You could ask the question. These kind of experiences will help you get the boldness to ask the question sooner than later and having to wait to go through all this and then finally asking the questions. So instead, it's a great lesson to learn of how long you should or shouldn't wait. And you learn how to do that through life and experience, practice, and practical application. So it's okay that you're feeling it because you're human. It's gonna happen. Let me take a sip of tea. Next time you know what's too soon, what's too late to ask. Like for me, years ago, I asked it too late. Now it's like, is it gonna be too soon? I don't know. You don't know. You never know. You know based off of when you know where you stand as a human being, who you are, and how you want to be, how you want to present yourself, and present yourself to others. Remember, we're all just one soul walking around in different bodies. Take from it what you will. Yeah, that's what's up. That's my. So, as I wrote here to conclude, if you don't know how to get rid of this, well, this video is for you. You watched it. Now you know. Now you know. Thanks for sticking around. I most hopefully hope that this helped you out and give you a little more clarity that when you get way too many questions, that simply means a feeling was triggered and you went down that path of question dump process. And then you just gotta use your voice. That's the big experience is use your voice. I say this You think I'm saying this to you, but as I'm seeing the video recording, I say it to me and I'll be rewatching it. I say it to me again. I'll be editing it, remind myself again. And that's the beauty of it. If this helps you, click the like button, click the subscribe button. Be awesome. Follow me on Instagram, Alexi Katko, or my business, Encouraging Coffee. Buy some Encouraging Chocolates. On that note, that's all I got for you tonight. Until next time. Stay blessed, and as I said, new level. Nope, not new level. New devil. That's a different purpose. Stay awesome and blossom. New year 2023.